Now, Brad, tell us about hybrid lessons learned.
I think when we shifted to a totally remote environment during COVID, it was absolutely foolish for decisions to be made in a vacuum insofar as how that transition occurs. And so lessons learned from that were truly engaging employees at all levels to say, how does this in fact affect your daily mode of operation, your habits, your routines, your processes? And then how do we transition that online so there's a seamless transition, or as much as possible seamless, so that the students that we serve understand and acknowledge that we're all going through a transition, but also are helping us make that transition as well, because that was difficult on everyone. And so I think, if anything, the transition to a remote environment for both students and the academic institution was really a realization of we're all in this together, so how do we make this work the best that we can, the fastest way that we can.
So Brad, we've got a question from our live studio audience. And Alpita, I know you've got the mic. Fire away.
So my question for HR leaders and also like executive leaders in the company is, what kind of learning moment is this when we were so adamant for so long that there's just one way of working? It's 8 to 5, you have to be on your desk and you have to do this work. Now we get disrupted and now everybody talks about hybrid. And do we actually take the introspective and say, well, if I had to rethink this, what other absolutes should I be considering?
You're exactly right. And I believe we're all questioning absolutes in multiple areas. When we do challenge or review the absolutes, and this is where the personalization comes in, one of the most important aspects of social and intellectual development is a sense of togetherness and a sense of community that happens. And so I think that's really, when we talk about absolutes in higher education, the goal and the effort is, how do we do this together and value each other's experiences? Because my personalization is going to be different maybe than someone else's personalization, but together that unique blend makes some very, very special opportunities in the learning environment. And so how do you protect that? How do you advance it? How do you grow it? And then the challenge becomes, how do you replicate that in ways in a virtual environment that are special and meaningful at the same time?